August is almost over, making this a good time to check the pantry before the final months of the year. Not because the 30 items in this video are about to disappear from shelves, but some are still under price pressure, while others can become more important during power outages, bad weather, or disruptions to daily life. And some are so simple that we only remember them after they run out. Today's list is not meant to send you to the store to buy a lot. The goal is to find the foods and essentials with the most practical benefits. Easy to use, easy to store, and able to save time, water, or fuel. Starting with number 30, a familiar morning item. Un-30 Instant Coffee. If you have had coffee every morning for years, you understand one simple thing. Sometimes you do not need a great cup of coffee, just one you can make right away. That is instant coffee's greatest strength. No machine, no filter, no prep time, just a cup and water. Hot water is better, but when things are inconvenient, many kinds can still be mixed with room temperature water if stirred well. It is also compact. A small jar can last for days while taking up almost no pantry space. And now there is another reason to check your coffee supply. According to the BLS, U.S. instant coffee prices in June 2026 were still 15.9% higher than a year earlier. That does not mean prices will keep rising or that coffee will become scarce, but it is clearly still much more expensive than it was a year ago. If you drink it daily, just check before August ends to see if you have enough. There is no need to buy much. One small backup jar is enough to maintain a familiar habit without relying entirely on a coffee maker or a shopping trip when you do not want to go. 29. Canned fruit. Canned fruit has one benefit many people overlook. You barely have to do anything with it. Open the can and eat. No washing, peeling, cutting, or stove. A can of peaches, pears, pineapple, or fruit cocktail can become a snack, go into oatmeal, or be served with breakfast in minutes. That is why I like keeping a few cans in the pantry. Not to replace fresh fruit, but to have another choice when shopping or preparing food is inconvenient. U.S. canned fruit prices in June 2026 were 7.9% higher than a year earlier. In California, which plays a major role in America's canned peach industry, Del Monte's processing plant closures are also bringing significant changes. Hundreds of thousands of clingstone peach trees are expected to be removed after the plants close. That does not mean we are about to see a nationwide canned fruit shortage, but it shows that this segment is not standing still. If you regularly eat canned peaches, pears, or pineapple, late August is a good time to check the pantry and add a few cans you truly enjoy. The biggest benefit remains simple. When needed, just open and use it. 28. Paper towels. Paper towels are something few people think much about while shopping. One roll sits in the kitchen, and when it runs out, you replace it. But when water becomes harder to use, they can handle many small daily tasks. Grease in a pan, sauce on the counter, a food prep area, or messes that need quick attention can all be wiped with a few sheets. Then you throw them away, with no extra kitchen towels to soak, rinse, and wash. On normal days, almost no one notices the water used for these tasks. But if a power outage stops the washing machine, or stored water must be saved for drinking and cooking, avoiding a few loads of laundry starts to matter. There is no need to fill a corner of the house. A few spare rolls are enough to make cooking and cleanup much easier when daily life is disrupted. Sometimes saving water is simply about creating fewer things to wash. 27. Bouillon cubes. Broth powder. A box of bouillon takes up little pantry space, but one small cube can change the flavor of an entire dish. Dissolve it into broth for soup, Add it to rice water or seasoned beans, noodles, or vegetables. A very small amount adds rich flavor and aroma without needing several seasonings at once. The good thing is that you can use it in many ways. Make soup today, add it to a hot dish tomorrow, then use a little as the base for a simple sauce or gravy another day. One box usually lasts through many meals, so it is a small item you barely notice until you need more flavor without making things complicated. In a pantry, sometimes a few bouillon cubes help you make more dishes from ingredients you already have. 26. Instant mashed potatoes. Instant mashed potatoes work well when you want something hot without spending much time at the stove. Preparation is simple. Heat water, add the flakes or potato mix, stir, and let it sit for a few minutes. Some kinds allow you to add milk, butter, or seasoning, but the basic version can be made quickly with water by following the package directions. They are also easy to pair with what you have. Canned chicken, gravy, peas, corn, or mixed vegetables can turn mashed potatoes into a fuller meal without cooking several separate dishes. For storage, keep the package or box sealed in a cool, dry place. After opening, seal the rest tightly to prevent moisture from causing clumps or reducing quality. Some days, what matters is not which dish is fancier, but which one you can prepare quickly, eat hot, and clean up easily. 25. White vinegar. A bottle of white vinegar has more uses than its simple appearance suggests. In the kitchen, a small amount can add acidity to dressing, sauce, salad, or certain pickled foods. It is also often used to remove mineral buildup from kettles, faucets, or surfaces suitable for mild acid. For cleaning, dilute and use it properly for each surface. Avoid vinegar on natural stone such as marble or granite because the acid can damage it. Do not mix vinegar with bleach or other cleaners. Storage is simple. Close the lid tightly, keep it dry, and avoid direct sunlight and high heat. It does not need refrigerator space. One bottle can move from cooking to cleaning and back to the pantry without requiring separate products for every small task. 24. All-purpose flour. All-purpose flour is worth having because one bag can go into many dishes. With baking powder, salt, and a few basic ingredients, you can make biscuits or pancakes. With yeast, you can make bread. A little flour can also make a roux for gravy, thicken soup, or give sauce a better consistency. When using it as a thickener, first mix the flour with a little liquid or cook it with fat into a roux to reduce lumps. For baking, measuring correctly and keeping the flour dry will give more consistent results. Storage is important. After opening the bag, transfer the flour to an airtight container and keep it in a cool, dry place away from moisture and insects. For longer storage, keep it in sealed packaging in the refrigerator or freezer. A bag of flour is not just for one recipe. It gives you more choices whenever you start cooking. 23. Bar soap. Hand soap. After several food items, it is time to look at something that does not go on the plate, but directly affects how you use the entire pantry. Soap. Before preparing food, after handling trash, or after dirty work around the house, washing your hands with soap remains a basic step. So keeping a few bars of soap or some hand soap is a simple way to maintain hygiene when daily life is disrupted. Bar soap is compact, easy to stack, and takes up little space. Store it in a dry place, and do not leave unused bars exposed to water or moisture for long. Keep liquid hand soap sealed and away from high heat. There is no need to turn your storage area into a full shelf of hygiene products. Just keep enough for your family for a reasonable period. A pantry needs more than food. Clean hands help you prepare and use those items more safely. 22. Rolled oats. A hot bowl of oatmeal in the morning is one of the simplest ways to use rolled oats, but that is only the beginning. You can cook oats with water or milk, then add peanut butter, honey, cinnamon, or dried fruit, depending on what you have. Rolled oats can also go into cookies, muffins, granola, meatloaf, or savory dishes that need more thickness and texture. Besides being versatile, oats provide fiber and are easy to portion. Take only what you need, then seal the rest. For longer storage, keep oats in an airtight container in a cool, dry place. Moisture and insects are the main things to avoid. If buying in bulk, dividing them into smaller containers is easier than repeatedly opening one large container. A bag of rolled oats can start the day as breakfast, then appear in a completely different recipe a few days later. 21. AA and AAA batteries. A brand new flashlight is useless if its battery compartment is empty. That is why AA and 8AA batteries are worth checking along with flashlights, radios, and other small devices around the house. Many people buy the device first, then leave batteries in a drawer too long, only to find when needed that they are weak, expired, or too few. The simplest way is to check what type of batteries each device uses and how many it needs. Then keep a separate backup set instead of mixing it with batteries used daily. Store batteries in a cool, dry place, away from high heat, and keep the terminals from touching loose metal. If old batteries show signs of leaking, do not keep them with the rest. Late August is also a good time to check this before moving deeper into hurricane season. The device may sit in a cabinet for years, but the small batteries decide whether it turns on. 20. Honey is one of those small items that can change the feel of an entire meal. A spoonful in oatmeal, spread on bread, stirred into tea, or used in baking adds sweetness without complicated preparation. It can also balance flavors in certain dishes or add some sweetness to simple meals. Honey is also convenient for the pantry because you use a little at a time. You do not need to open a large package and use it quickly. Take what you need, close the lid, and put it away. Keep honey in a sealed bottle or jar in a cool, dry place, and do not let water get inside. If it crystallizes, that does not necessarily mean it has spoiled. Gently warm the jar to dissolve the crystals again. A little sweetness may not sound important, but on days when meals are simpler than usual, it can make breakfast or a cup of tea much more enjoyable. 19. Dry pasta. Dry pasta is an easy food to build an entire meal around. Boil just enough, then add canned tomatoes for sauce. Mix it with canned meat, a little cooking oil, cheese if available, or add it directly to soup. By changing the sides, the same pasta can become several different meals. It is also easy to portion. Take only what you need to cook and keep the rest in a sealed container. This is convenient when cooking for 1 or 2 people without opening too many foods at once. Store pasta in a cool, dry place away from moisture and insects. After opening the package, transfer it to a container with a tight lid. Pasta is useful not because it has to stand alone. It is an easy base for sauce, vegetables, meat, cheese, or soup, creating a more complete meal. 18. Heavy-duty trash bags. Heavy-duty trash bags seem to have more uses the more you think about them. The most obvious is holding trash. But you can also use them to separate dirty clothes, collect wet items, temporarily protect belongings from dust, or keep packaged dry goods from touching a dirty floor. During cleanup, a contractor bag is useful for collecting many small items at once instead of making several trips. If something leaks or is dirty, putting it in a separate bag also helps keep the rest of the area clean. Choose bags thick enough not to tear easily and store them in a dry place, away from high heat or direct sunlight that can weaken the material. There is no need to find complicated uses. A small, inexpensive roll can serve the kitchen, garage, laundry room, and storage area without requiring extra equipment. 17. Canned tomatoes. A can of tomatoes can change the direction of a meal in minutes. Diced tomatoes work well in chili, soup, and rice dishes. Crushed tomatoes are easy to use for pasta sauce. Whole peeled tomatoes can be crushed or cut depending on the dish, while tomato sauce is convenient when you need a smooth, quick base. Canned tomatoes add acidity, color, and a clearer flavor base. Add herbs, a little oil, meat, or vegetables, and a few familiar ingredients can become a fuller pot of soup, stew, or sauce. When buying, choose the type you normally use instead of taking several kinds just because they are on the shelf. Store unopened cans in a cool, dry place away from high heat. After opening, transfer the rest to a sealed container and refrigerate it. This ingredient's value is easy to see while cooking. Open a can, add a few familiar things, and the kitchen starts smelling like a real meal. 16. Powdered milk. Powdered milk lets you use milk without always depending on a gallon in the refrigerator. You can mix exactly what you need. For 1 cup of cereal, mix 1 cup. If you need a little for baking, mashed potatoes, sauce, or soup, use the right amount of powder and keep the rest dry for later. When mixing it to drink, follow the water-to-powder ratio on the package and stir well. If you prefer it cold, prepare it ahead and refrigerate it according to the manufacturer's directions. Keep unused powder tightly sealed in a cool, dry place. Moisture is the main thing to avoid because it can cause clumping and reduce quality. Once mixed, the milk must be refrigerated like regular milk. Powdered milk does not need to replace fresh milk. It simply gives you another option when you need the right amount without opening a large container. 15. Toilet paper. Toilet paper is easy to plan for, but also easy to forget until it is almost gone. The simplest way is to check how many rolls your family uses each week, then keep a reasonable backup supply. No need to buy a full cart. Buying it gradually during regular grocery trips is easier to manage and takes up less space. Store packages in a dry place, away from damp floors, garages where water can splash in, or areas at risk of leaks. Toilet paper does not spoil like food, but a wet package loses most of its usefulness. Past panic buying showed one thing clearly. People quickly recognize its value when shelves start going empty. A much better approach is to check your supply early, buy enough, and rotate it through normal use. Do not wait until the last roll to remember you need more. 14. Dry beans. Dry beans are one of the cheapest ways to store many servings of food in a small space. Black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, and lentils provide plant protein and fiber and can be used in soup, chili, stew, rice dishes, or as a side. Buying several kinds also changes the flavor without changing the whole cooking method. But dry beans require planning for one thing: water and cooking time. Many types soften faster when soaked first. They still need enough water and fuel to cook. Lentils are usually faster, while larger beans may take much longer. So if you store them for power outages or limited fuel, know how the type you buy must be prepared. Keep uncooked beans in an airtight container in a cool, dry place away from insects. Low cost and long storage are major benefits, but they work best when you have planned how to cook them. 13. Cooking oil. Cooking oil is a small item involved in many kitchen tasks. A little oil can sauté vegetables, fry eggs, form a base for sauce, coat pasta, or be used in baking. With rice, beans, potatoes, or canned vegetables, even a small amount can change the texture, help seasonings stick, and create more ways to prepare them. That is also why oil runs out faster than many people expect. You use only a little each time, but daily cooking adds up quickly. Do not buy much more than you can use because oil can turn rancid over time. It is better to keep a reasonable amount. Finish the old bottle, then open the new one. Store it in a cool, dark place, away from sunlight and high heat near the stove. Always close it tightly after use. A bottle of oil does not make a whole meal, but it helps many kitchen ingredients be used more flexibly. 12. LED flashlight. Headlamp. The power goes out at 9 p.m. Many people first reach for their phone, then remember the flashlight is somewhere in a drawer. That is why a light should be prepared practically. You must be able to reach it even when the room is dark. LED lights use batteries efficiently and work well for moving around the house, checking the breaker, finding things, or preparing food. A headlamp is even more convenient when you need both hands, such as carrying things, opening cabinets, or handling a small kitchen task. Keep at least one in a fixed, easy-to-remember place, instead of storing them all in one box. Check the batteries regularly and keep spares nearby, stored properly to prevent leaks or contact with metal. If you use a rechargeable light, recharge it after each use. Having a light is one thing. Knowing exactly where it is when the house is dark is what truly matters. 11. Canned beans. Canned beans solve the biggest drawback of dry beans: cooking time. They are already cooked, need no soaking, and are ready almost as soon as you open the can. Drain them if you want, then add them to rice, chili, soup, or a dish already cooking. The main advantage is that you do not need much water, keep the stove running long, or wait for the beans to soften. That is useful during a power outage when fuel is limited, or when you simply need a quick meal. After opening, transfer the unused portion to a sealed container and refrigerate it. Dry beans save money, while canned beans save water, fuel, and time. 10. Peanut butter. Peanut butter requires almost no preparation. Open the lid, take some out, and eat it. Spread it on bread or crackers, stir it into oatmeal, eat it with a banana or apple, or simply have a spoonful when you need something quick without turning on the stove. It is also easy to portion. There is no need to open a whole can, cook a large pot, or create many dishes to wash. During a power outage, when the kitchen is inconvenient, or when you are tired, this simplicity has real value. Follow the label for storage. Commercial peanut butter is usually fine at room temperature after opening, while some natural peanut butter may need different storage. Always use a clean spoon and close the lid tightly to keep moisture and food crumbs out. With this item, the time between feeling hungry and having something to eat is only a few seconds. Unscented household bleach. Unscented household bleach should be treated as a cleaning product that requires care, not something to buy in large amounts and forget in a corner. If you keep a bottle in storage, leave it in its original packaging. The label shows the concentration, warnings, and proper use for that product. Do not transfer bleach into a water bottle, an unlabeled bottle, or any container that could cause confusion. Most importantly, do not mix bleach with ammonia, vinegar, or other cleaners. These mixtures can create dangerous gases. When using it, follow the manufacturer's directions instead of guessing the ratio. Store the bottle upright in a cool place, away from sunlight and out of children's reach. Bleach also loses strength over time, so check the label and rotate it when needed. With this item, reading the label, keeping it in the right bottle, and using it correctly matter more than having a lot. 8. Canned tuna. Canned tuna is convenient when you want to add protein to a meal without cooking first. Open the can, drain it if needed, then eat it with crackers, mix it into pasta, add it to rice, or make a simple tuna salad. One can is also easy to divide into 1 or 2 servings, depending on how you use it, so you do not need to prepare a large meal. Before opening, canned tuna takes up no freezer or refrigerator space. That is especially useful when cold storage is limited or the power is out. After opening, transfer the unused portion to a clean, sealed container and refrigerate it. When buying, choose tuna packed in water or oil based on taste and how you plan to use it. More importantly, choose a can size that matches what your family normally uses to avoid waste. A can of tuna does not need to become an entire meal. Add it to a few ingredients you already have, and a simple plate becomes more filling very quickly. Size 7. Iodized salt. A container of iodized salt costs only a few dollars, but can be used in hundreds of meals before it runs out. It goes into pasta water, soup, bread, biscuits, vegetables, eggs, meat, and almost anything that needs seasoning. In baking, salt is often part of the recipe, not just something sprinkled on food after cooking. Iodized salt also contains iodine, which many specialty salts do not always provide at the same level. So read the label instead of assuming all salts are the same. Storage is simple. Keep the container sealed, dry, and away from moisture. Salt absorbs moisture and clumps easily, so if you buy a large bag, putting some in a smaller container for daily use is more convenient. This is one of the cheapest items on the list, but considering how often it is used, few pantry items can go through so many meals at such a low cost. 6. Canned chicken. Canned chicken is already cooked, so the hardest part of preparing protein is almost done for you. Open the can, drain it if you want, then mix it with mayonnaise for chicken salad. Add it to soup for more protein, put it in rice with vegetables, mix it with pasta and sauce, or serve it with bread and crackers for a quick meal. These uses make canned chicken quite versatile. You do not need to build the whole dish around it. Take a portion, pair it with what you have, and the rest of the meal comes together quickly. Store unopened cans in a cool, dry place away from high heat. After opening, transfer the unused portion to a sealed container and refrigerate it. Do not use cans that are swollen, leaking, or unusually damaged. Canned chicken is especially useful when cooking time is limited. Instead of starting with raw meat, you start by combining the ingredients. 5. Manual can opener. A pantry full of canned food has one small weakness: the lid. If the power goes out and the electric can opener stops working, dozens of cans of soup, beans, tuna, chicken, or vegetables are still right in front of you, but become harder to access than necessary. A manual can opener solves that without batteries, an outlet, or charging. It is small, cheap, and can sit in a drawer for years. But do not just buy it and forget it. Test it first. Open a few cans and make sure the handles, gears, and cutting blade work smoothly. If your family relies heavily on canned food, keeping a backup is also reasonable. Store it in a fixed, easy-to-reach place instead of inside a toolbox that is rarely opened. After use, wash the part that touches food and let it dry before storing it. It is a very small item, but if it is missing at the wrong time, you will immediately realize it stands between you and an entire shelf of food. 4. Basic over-the-counter medications. A small medicine cabinet can prevent many trips outside when the weather is bad, the power is out, or travel becomes inconvenient. There is no need to buy many kinds. It is best to keep products your family already uses, understands, and that are suitable for each person. Do not buy products you have never used or do not know how to use just in case. Keep medications in their original packaging so the product name, dosage, warnings, and expiration date remain available. Check the cabinet occasionally, discard expired products or damaged packages, then replace commonly used items. Store medications in a cool, dry place according to the label, not somewhere too hot or humid. The goal is not to turn the house into a small pharmacy. It simply means that when a common need arises on a rainy night, you do not have to immediately find an open store to handle it. Number 3. White rice. As the list reaches its final 3 items, white rice deserves a place because it can bring many pantry items together into a meal. A pot of rice can go with beans, canned chicken, tuna, vegetables, or canned tomatoes. Adding bouillon to the cooking water gives it a different flavor. A little oil and a few seasonings create another way to prepare it. You can also cook only what you need instead of making too much at once. Store dry rice in a sealed container in a cool, dry place away from insects. If you buy a large bag, dividing it into smaller portions is easier than opening the whole bag each time. Rice does not need to be the center of every meal. It simply creates an easy base for other items on this list. And as August ends, it is worth checking your supply, because a bag of rice is only useful when you have planned how to cook it and how much water it needs. 2. Water filter replacement. Cartridge. Having a water filter at home is not the whole story. Many filtration systems depend on one specific cartridge. When the filter reaches its limit, the container, pitcher, or under-sink system remains intact, but its filtering ability depends on having the correct model. So check the cartridge name and number on the device or in the manufacturer's instructions. Know how many gallons or how much time the filter is designed for, and if your family uses the device regularly, keeping the correct replacement cartridge is far more practical than waiting for the replacement light before looking for one. Keep unused cartridges in their original packaging in a clean, dry place away from high heat. This is a common mistake. People remember to buy the device but forget the replaceable part inside. A water filter without the correct cartridge is still there, but when you need it most, it may be just an expensive pitcher. 1. Drinking water. Water needs no major warning to explain why it ranks number 1. You need it to drink. But looking back at the list, water appears in many other places. Rice needs water to cook. Oats need water. Powdered milk needs water to mix. Instant mashed potatoes need water. And pasta needs water. Some basic household hygiene also depends on available water. The problem is that water is heavy and takes up space, so storing water should be planned instead of buying a lot at once and forgetting it in a garage corner. Calculate how much your family can actually store, choose suitable containers, mark the date if needed, and rotate it according to the storage guidelines for your water source. Keep water somewhere easy to reach instead of putting it all in one place that is hard to access when needed. You can change the menu, switch brands, or skip a few items on this list. But water is almost non-negotiable, because many other things only become useful when you have enough water to use them. The 30 items on this list are not things you need to run out and buy in one day. What matters more is checking what your family already has, identifying what you actually use, and gradually filling the gaps. Before August ends, take some time to check the pantry, medicine cabinet, water supply, and basic household items. Prioritize what you know you will use, store it properly, and rotate it instead of buying it and forgetting it. Good preparation is not about how much is packed onto the shelves. It is about having the right thing when you need it.